And we are back with another episode of Within Heckling Distance. Sam's not with us today. It's his birthday, so happy birthday to Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam.
So yeah, just me, Danny, and Liam today. See how they're doing. Liam, how you doing?
I had a rough day.
Uh-oh.
I had two martinis and a big fucking thing of sangria, and I just woke up. So I'm still getting into it. Danny, how are you feeling?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. The past week and a half, it's been a battle.
Yeah.
A two-front war. I felt like Germany in World War II, fighting on both fronts.
Why is that?
Just class was tough. Just shit was tough. Just everything was tough. Life sucked. But you know what? We're turning the corner. I finished most of my work. I've got nothing big due tomorrow or Friday. Nothing big to do. It's my roommate's birthday tomorrow. We're celebrating this weekend. Life's good.
It'd be hype.
Yeah. Cheers to everyone.
Cheers. My professor is one of those guys who kind of doesn't really have his shit organized, so he just put up all of our assignments this week and said, yeah, get these done when you can. I was like, what the fuck do you mean get these done when you can? This is shit you said was due in September and you posted 6 assignments at once. Like, our first test was supposed to be due September 30th, and the next one, the October 26th. He still hasn't given us our test yet. He just gave it to us today. So I'm kind of winging it. Other than that, everything's fine. Yeah.
That doesn't sound legal.
Yeah, no, he's just disorganized. But the worst part is, have you guys ever had this dude in your class? Last week, someone goes, Professor, is there supposed to be somewhere we're supposed to upload this work on Blackboard? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Like, why did you say that? He just wouldn't have remembered. Like, he forgot to put up the place for us to turn in our work the whole semester, so clearly none of us are doing it. And then this dude comes and goes, where am I supposed
Actually?
Yeah, seriously.
Actually, I hate
What a snitch, dude.
Actually.
Speaking of snitches, have you guys heard the interlude of Morgan Freeman into Snitches and Rats?
Yes.
No.
It's fucking amazing.
Everyone slept on Savage Mode 2 when it came out. Everyone's like, oh, Bryson Tiller came out. It has a Drake feature. Meanwhile, Savage is putting out the best album of the year.
I'll have to peep. I haven't heard it yet. Interesting.
Don't like TikTok tap, man. This ain't that.
All right.
Liam's gonna rap for us.
Speaking of Atlanta, it's a good little segue.
All right.
The Atlanta Falcons. Let me get. I'm a little tired here. I'm taking the glasses off. It's a certified Liam moment here. The Atlanta Falcons fucking suck, and I don't know where to go from here. I never liked Atlanta as a team. I always think they're loaded offensively, but can never get it done, and they're great for fantasy. But holy shit, these guys cannot catch a break. Like Todd Gurley running into the end zone on accident. You know what? Whatever. I have Todd Gurley as my starting running back. You know what? Take the points. Always take the points. But the last 4 chokes, they've had 99.6% probability to win.
Mm-hmm.
To lose any of those is a statistical miracle, right? To lose 2 of those, a statistical miracle. To lose all 4, I don't know where I put my stat, so don't quote me on this, but I think it's somewhere like 1,500,423,001 to lose all 4 of those like you did. And they lost all 4. You just got to nuke the team. And the little cherry on top I always like to bring up is they put a Chick-fil-A in the stadium and they're closed on Sundays. Where do we go from here with Atlanta? Do we nuke the team? What do we do?
They have one of the best offensive packages in the league. Like Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, and Todd Gurley on paper sounds amazing, right?
Here's what I will say about Atlanta. They may not be good for much, but you want to know what they're good for?
Yeah.
The over. They're always good for the over. If you're betting Falcons overs, you can't lose. I can't find a stat online. I tried to. But it wouldn't surprise me. They've lost, I think, 1 over this year.
Yeah, any stats?
Wow.
They're electric on offense. And then they have god-awful defense. So it's just points.
See, I don't know football, but I could probably name a defender on every team except for the Atlanta Falcons. Like I can't name one defensive player on the Falcons.
I know football and I can't even name. Oh my fucking iPhone alarm! I don't even know a player name on defense. They're awful. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Atlanta doesn't believe in defense.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Never
I
has.
don't even know. No, it's going all the way back to 28-3. Not a thing. Not a thing.
You can blame Shanahan for more than that, though, because Shanahan is just a disgusting person. He doesn't know how to manage a game. Like I always thought Andy Reid was bad at managing games because he doesn't prepare well. But Kyle Shanahan just choker. Atlanta, noted choking city. But
this brings up a question. Interesting. In what sport does coaching matter the most? Let me ask you that, because we talk about it in the NBA. Coaches get fired for shit, and sometimes you think maybe it's a player's fault. NFL, blah blah blah. You said Andy Reid you thought was a bad coach, and he won once he got Pat Mahomes. So then, like, is Andy Reid really a great coach, or did he just get an elite talent in Patrick Mahomes? Like, where did we draw the line?
With Andy Reid is a good coach if you give him time to prepare. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you tell Andy Reid he's playing on Thursday night, he's gonna shit his pants because he doesn't know he can't game plan. But now he has Mahomes, he's fine. Like, you look at Andy Reid in like Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
No, but like, here's the thing with Andy Reid: if he has weapons,
he's fine.
He is the best person to utilize those weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little Pat Mahomes, little Tyreek Hill doing the zigzag. It works. It works. He had Mike Vick, and he just worked it. He just knew how to make it work. But if you give him absolute dog shit, yeah, no shit, he's not gonna make it work because the team's dog shit and he doesn't know what to do with it.
So then is it what, like, that brings me back to my question? What sport does coaching matter? Like, is there a sport you can point to that the team on paper looks bad, but the coach makes them good?
Football, 100%. Because if you give Adam Gase Patrick Mahomes, they're still gonna win games.
So coaching doesn't matter.
I mean they're not gonna win games. Really? Patrick Mahomes can only do so much. It's all about coaching. You got to work in schemes. You got to keep the team motivated.
You got to have halftime adjustments.
If I got drafted right now to the New York Jets, I might defer. And I'm not kidding. Like, if the New York Jets called me up and were like, we need you at tight end. We need you. Like, get your pads, get on there. I might tell them no. I don't want to put myself through that.
Was that Trevor Lawrence quote real? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't think so.
There was a quote. Okay, there was
gonna kill himself
because there was a quote that said, "If the Jets get the number 1 pick, I'm staying at Clemson for another year."
I hope that's real. I really hope that's real.
Also, speaking of false quotes, Liam, that fucking report of Tatum and Giannis was a fake tweet. So you're feeding fake news.
Oh God, a weight has been lifted off my heart.
Yeah,
my little pitter patter. There was a tweet going around that Giannis and Tatum were out to dinner together, and my heart pitter patter. It was going.
Danny, let me ask you this, Danny. Would you rather play in Milwaukee or Boston? Because Liam tried to have a debate here, and I said the only people that would ever want to play in Milwaukee are people who are from Milwaukee, and me even them would want to come to Boston instead.
I mean, like, yeah, I want to play in Boston. Not only is it my home city,
like Milwaukee.
Like, what's a Milwaukee? I mean, like, I'm a big Miller Lite guy, so.
Shut the fuck up.
I'd have some fun.
Shout out Brew Crew.
Shout out the Brew Crew. That's all I can say.
Oh,
I mean, like, right now, if somebody was like, if Giannis isn't leaving, I think that puts up Milwaukee pretty up there because, like, you know, people want to play with Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
You can build. Giannis is one of those people you can definitely build around. So Milwaukee's got some points over there, you know. If you're telling me I got to build a team around Tatum or Giannis, probably going to build around Giannis. And I love JT. No disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But I'd rather build around Tatum and Brown in Boston.
Adding Brown to the equation now, that's a whole other story.
Okay, so wait. We talked about coaching when it does matter. What sport does coaching matter the least?
I'd say hockey, personally.
I would disagree.
You can put anybody behind the bench, Danny. The Bruins did it for a while. They kind of just threw people back there.
I mean, like, yeah, you had Claude Julien back there, and that guy's a scrub. But there is some sort of strategy needed to match up the lines.
Yeah.
You gotta have some sort of scheme. You gotta be able to recognize who's playing well together. Because, like, I mean, the perfect example, you look at 1980, Miracle on Ice. that only happened because Herb Brooks was a great coach. Those guys were bona fide scrubs, to quote my man Stephen A. Smith. And they beat the best fucking team in the world, who hadn't been beaten in years, and that was all due to coaching.
I do want to say baseball coaching doesn't matter, but after what we saw last night,
it's hard to say.
So anybody that didn't watch Dodgers game,
I feel like baseball, it can only hurt you and not help you.
Yeah, that's true.
No, because I mean, like, if you're poor Blake Snell, if you're good and you pull somebody at the right time, it's fucking great. But it's not going to show up in the stat sheet. But if you pull somebody and they take a shit on the mound, it's like, oh, why do you do that? Why do you pull him? Why do you pull him? It's like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many like assistant coaches in baseball too.
Yeah.
You know, like hitting coach, you got your strength coach, you got your bullpen coaches. Like, I feel like you can kind of get away. Now, what's the easiest job in sports?
I mean,
I think being like on like an MLB like coaching staff, I think that's a pretty cushy job.
A what? What'd you say?
Like a bench rider for like a bullpen.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The assistant just kind of being like, yeah, throw the ball. That's pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking third base coach. Third base coach is the easiest. You just look around and you say, go.
First base coach is easier, I feel like. First is easier.
No, because first you got to make the call of when they need to steal. Third, you got the whole field in front of you.
No, that's third base. Third base calls the steals and bunts and everything.
I'm telling you, third base just says, go, and they go.
You got a shitty team, you're not doing anything the entire game. You're standing, getting your steps in, you're just walking in circles. If you're like the Pittsburgh Pirates third base coach, like you're getting a shit ton of money to just stand there and get a tan.
Oh my fucking God. Let me ask you this. When you brought up the point before we recorded today of the easiest job in sports, I thought you were talking what is the easiest job in sports in terms of coaching? Like what sport, Danny and Liam, like you personally, could you go onto that professional sports team and they would still make the playoffs if you were the coach, like right now?
I mean, if I have LeBron and like AD at the Lakers, yeah, we're making the playoffs.
See, I thought the same thing, but if you have to like that team is good, yes, but Frank Vogel has the job of managing when to pull Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma. Like that's hard. That offsets the talent.
No, but here's the thing. I'm a big feel guy. I can really feel it out. What I'll be really good at is I can call the timeouts. When there's a run, I call the timeout. Like that
momentum stopper, huh?
Yeah, I know when the momentum's flowing. I feel it. I feel it out. So yeah, like minutes are tough, but like I'll just have a stopwatch guy, and just like he'll work it.
You put me on any offensive coordinator, like you put me under Josh McDaniels. Like I could draw some crazy shit. Met Josh McDaniels, noted, nice guy. Josh, if you want a job, I got some things brewing up here. All right, you got to utilize.
Liam's got like 2 posts and like this is it. Josh, just run this.
Utilize N'Keal Harry. He's 6'2". He's a brick wall. He's unstoppable.
Let me propose a counterpoint, right? I said playoffs, but let me think about it from a different way. If you put me as the coach of the Charlotte Hornets, there is no way I could possibly be any worse than they currently are as a franchise, right?
Yeah, but Michael Jordan would kick your ass.
Okay, fine. Say the Knicks.
No, me and Michael would get along. We'd have a little gambling.
Danny, you are a degenerate gambler. He will take you for all you're worth, and then he will fire you.
It will be great. What a ride. To say I was like sweating out Korean baseball with Michael Jordan in the wee hours of the AM on like a Saturday night after a loss to the fucking Knicks, where I should be like a few glasses of wine deep with Michael. That'd be fucking lit.
Okay, ready? Worst franchise: New York Knicks or Atlanta Falcons?
Knicks.
Really?
Like the Falcons are just chokers. They have the talent to get there.
I mean, so did the Knicks. The Knicks had Carmelo and Amari Stoudemire and Tyson Chandler for years, and they didn't do dog shit.
Suck.
Okay, fine. Falcons.
Knicks are also the biggest market team. Like they're the
Falcons or Clippers. Falcons or Clippers is better. That's a better question.
Falcons are worse. Falcons
are much worse than the Clippers.
Why? Much more miserable.
Why? At least Falcons made the Super Bowl.
So
Yeah, but that window.
that doesn't mean
shut.
shit. That doesn't
window.
mean shit.
Yeah.
Clippers can't get past the second round with multiple All-Stars on their teams.
Philadelphia Eagles made the Super Bowl. That team was not as good as it should have been.
Look,
They
thing.
lost because of fucking Cody Parker doinky doink.
Here's the thing. It really doesn't matter if you get to the Super Bowl and lose, or if you lose in the first round. Same result. You lost.
If you're not first, you're last.
If you're not first, you're last.
I'm sure you lost.
You lost. Unless you have some like trade incentives, bonus incentives, means nothing to get there and lose.
I'm giving it to you.
As the great Tom Brady said, I didn't get this far just to get this far.
Except when he played the Giants. That was tough.
You can't blame Tom on that.
No, but still.
Like all of those Super Bowl losses, Tom played lights out. You look at that Philly game, Tom threw 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. Like the man can't do it all. My husband cannot catch and throw the ball. All right.
While we're on the topic of Tom Brady, I want to segue a little.
Go ahead.
So my topic I want to talk about is what athletes you think you could outdrink, and I think Tom Brady is absolutely one of them.
I cannot drink any sports person. Are we talking like shot for shot? Or are we talking just like, oh, he had 6 beers, you go have 6 beers? Are we doing like a shot for shot contest?
No, we're looking at marathons type stuff.
I'm not a marathon guy. I'm a sprinter. I'll take 15 shots in front of you and watch you pass out. Yeah, it's like that Indiana Jones scene in the beginning where the girl's just taking all the shots and she's like, "Estate."
Any offensive lineman could just fucking pound him back. David Bakhtiari, you've seen that video of him at the Bucks game, right?
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. Tom can pound him back, I will say.
Baker Mayfield
chugging beers.
Tom, I don't think so. Tom's eating avocado toast. A man that eats avocado toast is not going to drink more natural lights than I am.
He doesn't eat tomatoes, Danny. He's just built different, all right? He has a
Neither does Danny. Danny doesn't eat most food.
Yeah, but that's like a choice. Tom looks at tomatoes and says, "Get that shit off my plate."
So you're thinking Tom Brady can drink more natty lights than I can?
I think if you look Tom Brady in the eyes and say, "I can drink more natty lights than you," he's going to drink you under the table.
I believe
there's no time limit. It is just survival of the fittest.
He'll do it.
I think I can beat him.
You forget that story of Tom Brady. I think he was in Buffalo after a game. They were staying in a hotel or whatever, and all the guys were drinking in the lobby. And they're like, Tom, come over, come like chug with us. And Tom was like, "Nah, I don't feel like." And they're like, "Oh, whatever." And then Tom comes over, gets like a fucking like the biggest beer he can, and chugs it in 4 seconds, and just slams it down and walk away. Tom's like a master chugger.
I bet that was pre-Giselle. Tom hasn't been the same after Giselle. You think Tom's slamming beers with Giselle, his fucking supermodel wife at home? No, he has a nice glass of red wine at dinner, and that's the most drinking he does.
Then he kisses his son goodnight and goes to sleep.
It is good for his heart. Red wine is very good for you.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna slam Natty Lights and beat his ass.
You know what I just realized? I was thinking of people. Baker Mayfield is literally just Danny with slightly more athletic ability and luckier circumstances.
Slightly?
Yeah.
That's a really good compliment to me.
Baker Mayfield.
Really
it's just, bro, think about it. He walks on, right? He wins the starting job, and he I bet you money. Baker Mayfield just spends his whatever me time, his like personal time, just doing the same shit Danny does. Like he's like
Hulu ads and fucking plays video games. Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
I just can't believe you said slightly.
Bro, Danny, you get
like, have you seen him? Like, yeah, he's athletic. He has the knowledge. He has more knowledge of the game than you, clearly, because he's a professional athlete. But that is the luckiest athlete I've ever seen in my life. Those are like, holy shit.
What if I have more practice? Like, if we had the same amount of practice, me and Baker.
Danny,
like,
what's your 40 time?
No idea. But here's the thing. My mom didn't let me play football as a kid because she was scared of contact sports.
Same here.
So what I'm saying is, if my mom wasn't afraid of contact sports, am I in the NFL then?
No, because he also had more luck than you. He also had luckier circumstances.
I'm lucky.
Not as lucky. Not first pick in the draft lucky.
Jack, have you ever seen me sling the rock?
Yeah, I played football with you.
Yeah, I got an absolute cannon.
I think you have a cannon, but I don't think you got a consistent cannon.
Out of all of our friends, some of you listening, none of you will probably understand this. Our other friend Danny would absolutely murder all of us in football, and he has before on many occasions. Yeah, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I'm getting constant pressure, yeah, it's not gonna work out.
No, that was just a side point. He's a scary dude.
That's why you need me on. That's why you need me on blocker. You know, I'm a big fucking guy.
Dwayne would run around you in 0.5 seconds, Liam. He would waltz around you in the fucking O-line. Are you fucking kidding?
Liam, I would love to see you and Dwayne do a nice Oklahoma.
Can we set up an Oklahoma drill? That'd be pretty sick.
I'll put it on the YouTube. Yeah.
Danny, we've done an Oklahoma drill, you and I, before.
I know, yeah.
I don't want to embarrass you, but I rocked you.
All right.
I just want to laugh for the record.
Liam, in my defense, I was like 30 pounds lighter.
That's true. I was also 20 pounds lighter, though.
All right. Bannertown YouTube idea. All of us go out to Frothingham. That's a park in our town, for those listening. And we're going to do the NFL Combine, the drills.
I'll be elite.
See who does
I'll be elite.
I've been saying.
I think I'll win.
Slow. You think you'll win?
I think I'll win.
No. I want to go to we gotta also show my kicking ability. We need to go to the football field.
All right, we'll go to
I need to kick some field goals.
Fucking 4 grown men on a high school football field just making a fake combine. Listen, I'm all for content, but like I don't like when people look at me like that.
Liam, it's content. You gotta think content.
All right.
Should we bring up real quick in terms of being embarrassed? I want to point out what I chose our fantasy punishment to be.
Oh, this is great.
If anybody is from the area, you know, in Plymouth, Massachusetts, there is a pirate adventure where you shoot water cannons at enemy pirates. You get your face painted, and they throw seaweed at you, and you get doubloons and a real swashbuckling adventure. The loser of our fantasy league has to go on the pirate adventure alone. He has to spend 20 of his own dollars. The winner of the fantasy league, we will be providing the costume. So it's either going to be me or Henry buying. Danny, it might be you. I might have to.
I can win.
I don't know.
I'm better than Henry. I'm winning my division.
I'm
Liam, don't let me get hot.
Either way, they have to go on this pirate adventure alone, and they have to get into it. They have to have a swashbuckling adventure. It's going to be the most embarrassing thing. It's going to be great. It's going to be god awful. Great.
For those listening, Danny is currently in a 3-way tie for last place in the entire league. Yeah, it's not looking too hot. He has a great team on paper. He just can't put any wins together.
He doesn't set his lineup half the weeks.
No, but like even when the one time I didn't set the right lineup, it worked out for me because Aaron Rodgers threw like 1 billion picks. So some say I just have bad luck in fantasy.
I will say Danny texted me like a week ago at like 2 a.m. We were having a conversation. I just went, set your lineup. And you went, oh, shit, you're right.
In my defense, I was hammered and just danced with the hobo wearing a boa. So, and my team put up 60 that week. So, great stuff, team.
Oh, Danny, wait. We were going to make a bet on fantasy this week, right?
Glad we didn't.
What was the final score this week?
My team put up 60 points because
my team put up 100 points. My
how does Ezekiel Elliott, when the Dallas Cowboys don't have a quarterback, only get 45 yards? What?
He's not consistent. He's not a consistent running back at all, and it's sad because he's very talented.
I got a new topic, new discussion. So we talked about what athletes you can outdrink. We talked about some of the most jokes of a coaching job. Who is the biggest fraud of an athlete in sports? I'm not talking like Nathan Peterman, right? That's just a joke. That man shouldn't have been in the league in the first place. I'm talking like Andy Dalton, like players that are supposed to, like, on paper you think, oh, Andy Dalton, he's not a bad player, but when you watch him play, it's just like, wow, Andy Dalton's a like terrible quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Any sport. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not like a bust. It's like someone that's just like a fraud.
Yeah. Who on
bona
paper,
fide scrub.
When you hear the name
Kwame Brown,
you think they're good. No, okay. Because when you hear the name Kwame Brown, you know they're like terrible, right? I'm talking, you say the name and you think, oh, he's pretty good, and then you watch him play and you're like, oh wait, he's actually awful.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get hate for this one.
Mhm.
Drew Brees. Everyone thinks Drew Brees is this insane quarterback. You watch him play, he doesn't sling the ball more than 10 yards. He just fucking throws checkdowns, and it's disgusting.
Wow.
Here's the problem with getting mad at people for checkdowns. We praise Tom Brady for his checkdowns because we're just saying he makes good reads.
Well, because that's how his scheme is set up. That's not how the Saints are set up.
Well, that's how the Saints win games. So could you
I don't
argue that's how the Saints are set up?
I'm just saying, whenever Drew Brees gets like a 20-yard completion, I take a shot, because that's something we're celebrating. He doesn't do it. He doesn't sling it like he used to anymore.
All right, we'll do football first. We'll go to every sport. Football. Danny, can you think of any? Andy Dalton, besides him, obviously. He was the example. So
Circle back.
All right.
back.
I'm trying to
Actually,
think.
no, I got one. Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
That
that's
man
a good one.
is a fraud.
That's a good one.
He makes one crazy catch and then he's on fucking ESPN's Instagram doing fucking warm-ups with one hand. Focus on getting open. Do something. That man is a scrub.
I don't know.
Not a scrub. A fraud.
I'm trying to think of a running back. Because we just named like two of the bigger skill positions. So can you think of a running back what do you think of? The name. Like Todd Gurley, but he's having a good season, right?
Yeah, Todd Gurley's having a pretty good season.
Who's a running back?
Nick Chubb's kind of a fraud. He was supposed to be so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so. That's not bad. Le'Veon Bell this year, dog shit, absolute trash.
I can't say anything about that. The Jets
line. Yeah, he was on
the Jets.
That's tough. That is a tough one. All right, we'll move on. We'll do baseball next, I guess. Baseball. You think they're good, and then you watch them. I don't watch much baseball, so I guess I can't say too much. But in general, Pablo Sandoval was a joke. Anybody traded to the Red Sox is just awful, right?
Yeah, you got like the Carl Crawfords of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Schilling. I always thought Kurt Schilling was good, and then I watched him play, and I was like, eh. Maybe Papelbon.
Papelbon. What a guy.
My big one was Rick Porcello because I watched Rick Porcello that one year where he was like a Cy Young finalist and really looking good. And every year after, I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna be elite.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't.
No.
Clay Buchholz.
Yeah.
That was a fraud.
Okay, hear me out.
The entire Yankee hitting staff.
Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton, once he went to New York, kind of a fraud.
All right, hear me out here. Bryce Harper in Philadelphia, right? Is it just me?
It's hard for me to speak on when I don't watch the Phillies enough.
I don't either. I just think Bryce Harper's a bitch.
I don't think he's a bitch. I won't go on the record saying Bryce Harper is a bitch. He'll try to fight me.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he's a little bitch.
I don't know. I think I like Bryce Harper.
Nah, fuck Bryce Harper.
I don't know why.
I like his hair.
I was gonna say his haircut's fucking stupid.
Your haircut's stupid.
Yeah, Jack. What are you talking about?
I wish I could have his hair.
Yeah, if I could have Bryce Harper's hair, everything would be okay.
He looks like a douche. He looks like an asshole.
God, a lot of untapped rage here from Jack about.
I mean, it's just
Bryce Harper.
I don't even watch it. He just seems like an asshole.
All right, what about NBA, Jack? This is your forte.
I'm thinking
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown.
Because when you think of the name, you know he's not a good
player. He can't play.
His hands are too small.
All right, Andre Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
No, you can't.
He's not bad. He's just like not.
No, you want to know who I think is a fraud? DeAndre Jordan. That man's a fraud. He's just tall. That's it. That's all he brings to the table. Like Taco Fall, we know he's just tall, but we don't try and pretend he's not. DeAndre Jordan, we're like, oh, whoa, the Knicks are a super team with DeAndre Jordan. No, they're not. He's just tall.
I know who Liam doesn't like. Liam doesn't like Kyle Lowry, right?
That's what. I think he's a bitch. How you feel about Bryce Harper is how I feel about Kyle Lowry. I think he's a bitch, and if he wants to meet me in the parking lot after I'm done recording,
Kyle Lowry would beat your ass.
No, he wouldn't. I think you guys don't give me enough credit.
He's a professional athlete.
What does it have to do with how good you fight?
He's yoked.
He trains.
And he doesn't train to fight. He trains to shoot a ball into a hoop and fall over when someone breathes on him.
Do you train to fight?
Or not anymore. I don't need to.
Ever?
I put these guns away, baby.
What do you mean anymore?
These are registered weapons in
What do you
17
mean
states, boy.
Anymore.
These hands are ready to eat for everybody.
When did you train to fight, Liam?
Back when I used to get in a lot of fights back in fucking Brockton. I used to actually train because I was like, I don't want to get my ass beat anymore. So I started taking up boxing.
Liam's middle school fights are the equivalent to him being able to beat Kyle Lowry, a professional NBA player.
I mean, Liam thinks he could last a few rounds with Floyd Mayweather, which is just.
I just think you guys don't give me. I just think you guys don't give me enough credit. Fantasy never gives me enough credit. You two don't give me enough credit. You know, I'm the underdog in every fight. You know,
it's Floyd Mayweather.
I don't want to open this back up because you guys will not sway me. 4 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. I think I could do it.
You've upped it. You've upped it. You were 3.
No, I said 4.
No, you were 3, and now you're 4. That's bananas.
Check the tapes. Check the tapes.
I said 4. He did say 4.
Last 4 fucking seconds. He goes boom, boom. You're done.
No.
Yes.
Do you guys think you could take a punch? Like I had this conversation. I had this conversation earlier. No, not from Floyd Mayweather.
Oh,
Let's say
okay.
because there's like people like we all know. No,
I thought we could come on. Do you think you can get punched in the face by Floyd Mayweather and be fine?
Okay. Because everybody here knows that guy that like if they got punched, it would ruin their life. Like they just wouldn't be able to come back from that. They get punched, they'd be like, woo! You know, like one of those types of guys. Do you think if you're just like chilling outside a bar and some like guy just comes up behind you and just fucking sucker punches you in the head, do you think you could come back from that like emotionally?
So there's 2 things. There's 2 responses. 1 of 2 things would happen.
Okay.
1, I'm either lights out, no one's home. Good night.
Yeah.
Or I'm outside a bar, so I'm assuming I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm drunk, I've been trying to get into a fight for a while. I almost got in a fight with random strangers because I was waiting for my Uber. They were like, yo, we're going to go fight this guy. He's like talking some shit. And I was like, shit, well, all my friends left, so here we go. And I was just ready to go. So I think if I got punched while I'm drunk and I'm not drunk enough to like pass out, I'm throwing hands.
Throwing hands.
And I think I got a meme right. Not a left. I don't have a left. I gotta work on the left. But a right.
Yeah. See,
Jack?
I'm generally. I think you guys would agree. I'm generally a pretty calm person, right? I don't get angry too much. Like I get. See, the thing is though, I can suppress my anger at the small things, but when those like small things build up, like for example, Danny played golf with me enough this summer. I was pretty calm for most of it, right? I'm pretty calm, but one bad shot randomly can just like trigger some inner bullshit. And I went from having a fun time to throwing a club halfway across the second hole at our local golf course.
Second hole?
Bro, Liam, that second hole is a bully.
Yeah,
it is a bully.
It is a bully. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That fairway is so narrow.
Danny can back me up here. I'm fairly calm, like most of the time golfing, right? Like I don't get mad too much. But when I get mad, clubs fly. Like it's like very brief. Like they don't fly the whole round. They fly for like 10 seconds and then I'm fine again. It's weird. So if I got punched in the face and I was in enough of the mood, like Danny said, there's like 3 options. If I'm not like in that mood, like to get angry, I'll probably just say, "What the fuck, dude," and like tell him to fuck off, right? And just ignore it, right? Because that's who I am. I'm very not
punch in the face. Whoa, bro, what are you doing, bro?
No, I'd probably like push him away. I wouldn't like not like.
No, Jack, in that scenario, you're a bitch. Like I'm sorry, in that scenario.
That scenario. Yeah. But if I'm like even like angry, if anything pissed me off that day prior, I would be livid and I would throw anything that was like if I was drinking a beer at the bar, that glass would be in his fucking face and I'm just beating the shit out of him to the best of my ability. So it all depends on how my day had been that far. Because like I was saying, whenever I golf with Danny, it's like either like spurts of anger issues from house. I had anger issues when I was a kid. So I've learned
those anger issue kids always when they just let go. Like it's scary. It's not good.
Yeah, it's like the quiet kids in school. You know?
Yeah. I think we both know what I'm gonna say. If I get punched in the face, like it's done. Like it's over. Like it's it's a parking lot fight. You're getting your ass beat. I think I could bounce back. If I get sucker punched in the face, I could definitely bounce back emotionally from that.
I mean, emotionally, yeah, probably, but like it's a sucker punch that I'm hammered.
Yeah, it depends on how bad.
That's the tough part.
For sure.
That is the tough part. But then you got to also kind of take into account, why is he like, am I about to get jumped? Like, why is this coming out of nowhere?
All right,
I got a lot of thought that goes on.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely depends on what state I'm in that day, because like I don't know, I'm very non-confrontational. You can call me a bitch for it, but I'm not a confrontational person. But if I get mad, I get mad, and it is what it is. Like Henry's my brother. For those listening, there's been a couple times where I've been irrationally angry, and I just like I start throwing shit at Henry for no reason. Like he didn't do anything. He's just there, and I need some way to just like stop being. So I just like beat the shit out of Henry.
Jack, and God help whatever lovely woman decides to move in with you.
No,
like the Celtics just lose, and you start fucking throwing cups. You're like, fuck. Jack, like, this is a pretty bad rap sheet. I get angry in spurts. Some days I just wake up angry. Like, God damn.
Have you guys ever seen me angry? Like
the Celtics have a late turnover. Jack fucking breaks the wedding picture.
Whore!
Angry person. I'm saying when I get angry, it's in very short spurts, and I take it out on Henry. That's very different than hitting my fucking significant other.
We never said hitting her. You're saying hitting her.
Oh.
I said you throw the wedding picture. You're throwing cups. You said hitting her.
You're putting words in my mouth. This is ridiculous.
Chris Brown over here.
Oh my fucking god.
Easy. God, Jack. I love you.
I mean, on the topic, do you guys know Terrence Davis, the Raptors guard?
No.
He got arrested for hitting his girlfriend today.
And that's funny to you?
No, it's not funny. It's just on the topic. I'm trying to segue away from you guys accusing me of spousal abuse.
You were the one that said spousal abuse.
We said cops. You know, we didn't bring a person into this.
I said a wedding photo.
Yeah, I went more for the like you're throwing shit and she's gonna have to clean it up because the Celtics had a turnover. You know, like that's what I was going for. I mean, if you're trying to hit the poor girl, but what is it with sports stars and hitting their wives and girlfriends? Like I don't understand. Like that seems just like such
and children. Like
yeah, like I don't know what it is about sports. Like I used to play sports. I never wanted to hit anybody. Like if it's not on the field or whatever. Like,
I don't think it's a direct correlation.
I think there's a direct correlation because you got so much testosterone brewing. Like
I think it's a power complex thing.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, they've been stars their whole life. They get whatever they want. Some bitch talks back, and they can't take it.
Oh, whoa! You can't take it. You know, he's got to do what he's got to do, right? Yeah.
Oh my god!
I don't think I can. I think
this podcast does not condone hitting your
wife. Hey,
of course not.
Hitting women. Let me just say this, guys. For the record, hitting women not cool. Stop it right now. Get some help.
Oh shit! What has this devolved into? What did this conversation even start at?
If you could get sucker punched in the face.
Oh my god!
It's because Sam's not here. Sam says like 5 words every 10 minutes, but they're very they're like an anchor.
Yeah, they're very trying to bring us back together.
They let our minds wander.
Yeah, Sam brings us back on track. Now we're just kind of rambling. All right, we're talking about golf, right? I brought up golf. Let me ask you this: what's the best round of golf each of you ever played? Danny, yours is probably this summer, right?
Mine was not this summer. Mine was the first round when I got back. Well,
okay,
I mean, I was having an amazing round.
Yeah, 9 holes.
Which I was having my second best score of 9 holes, where I had 34 through 7, and then I had all-time collapse.
Uh-oh.
Where I had a triple bogey and a quadruple bogey on the last 2 holes. But I still got my best score ever with a 49. And not very good golfer.
For those listening, we don't play serious golf. Our rule is what's our general rule? 2 mulligans per 9 holes, and then 1 breakfast ball, right? That's the general rule. In general, what we play with, which is like, and like if you're in the shit, like if you're in the mud, you can move it on to like the near grass. Like we don't play. We're not PGA superstars. We play for fun, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. Don't fucking come at us for some bullshit.
I might have.
What's your best?
I don't even know. I might have to retire. from golfing. You know, I
What?
didn't go at all.
You
I
can't
didn't go.
retire.
I didn't go at all this year, and I'm looking at my clubs right now. They're literally right next to me. I'm looking at them, and I'm not getting like the idea of going onto the course. Like I'm just not getting any joy from it. So I think that's when you know it's time to hang
Liam,
up.
no, Liam, don't take this thought too personally. It's cold out. Once the sun comes back,
Yeah, and when the sun comes out, I'd rather sit on my porch and have a couple beers. The course we play on don't even have beer carts. You give me a couple beers on the course, it's over.
We'll go to
Like,
ECC. We'll
that's
go to the
money.
other one. No,
Well,
it's not that much more.
well,
They
Liam,
don't have beer carts there.
they have
Yes, sir.
no, they only have a stand.
Still,
Nah,
they used to have cars.
Jack, you've never had the cart girl come up to you and just give you 3 beers.
No,
it's
'cause
amazing.
They do have carts when there's no fucking corona. They have beer carts when there's no COVID.
Oh,
Yeah.
Danny and I went to ECC for like
Yeah.
an 11 o'clock tee off, and we were out there for a while. I didn't see one beer cart.
the Bev
I-
cart girls in Connecticut are nice. Shout out my girl Shauna at Tradition in Wallingford.
Shout
We're
out, shout out.
We're friends. I once took her hubcap off.
What?
How?
I was in the middle of the fairway, fucking towed it. She's coming down the cart path, hits right in the hubcap, falls off, and she like stopped and looked at me and was like, "I never saw anyone do that." I was like, "I mean, shit, I have to get around now."
I'm built different.
Danny. I can't. I don't even know what my best is. I usually start
got
really good. I usually start really shit, and then I do pretty good, and then at the end I'm just like hot and tired. I'm like, fuck it, I want to go home, and I just like give up, and I'm like fucking swinging in the
Alright.
dirt. What about you, Jack?
My best was this summer, and Danny's a witness, right? You can witness. I shot a
Kid was dialed.
I shot a 37 on 9 this summer. And again, we played with 2 mulligans, right? And 1 breakfast ball. But 37, that's like stupid. Like that's like
Good.
absolutely ridiculous. I had like a fucking 5 on every hole and then like 3s on the par 3s. It was ridiculous. Oh, Danny, I didn't tell you. I birdied 4. I birdied hole 4. The other day. I took a 30-foot putt, the par 3. I chipped it on, hit it on from the tee. I put in a 30-foot putt. Right?
Do they still have the rings on the cups?
No,
Oh, that's
they
even more.
don't. Yep. And then I went on to 5, right? And we yammed the ball on hole 5, right? Driver comes out, you just throw it all the way down. I hit it all the way down the left side. And on the left side of hole 5 at our local course, there's trees all along. You know what I'm talking about, right, Danny?
Yep.
I hit it down there. I was like, this is so going into the woods. It just kept going like perfectly straight. So it was the best drive I hit in a long time. And then I got there and won. I missed 3 chips and ended up getting a 7 on the hole, and my day was just ruined. I was just like, I lost it. I got into the sand trap on 6. It took me 3 shots to get out of the sand there. Sand trap on 9, 4 shots to get out of it. It was just, it was fucking mess.
Jack went home and threw some plates, threw some cups, broke the wedding photo. No, the last time Danny and I went golfing together, we had a couple bad omens. We saw our principal from high school. That was a little weird. He was like, "Hey, boys, how you go? Like, how's it going? How you shooting?" And I was like, "This cannot be happening right now."
ECC or Pine
No,
Oaks?
Pine Oaks.
Like
What was that?
1 o'clock in the afternoon, he was just fucking in his little outfit. And then at the last hole, there's like a little water in between. And there was just a fucking snake next to my ball. And I was like,
Oh.
all right, I guess that's cool. How am I supposed to hit with this going on? You know, as a fucking snake. So
We should play this week. We should play this weekend.
Oh, fuck that.
Why?
I work. I'm a working boy.
All
I
right.
gotta
What
go.
about,
No,
what about
listen,
Friday? You work Friday?
I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm starting to pick up Mondays, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are my rehab days. That's when I just fucking sit in bed and think about what I've done. I actually did a lot of shit this week. I'm surprised.
Annie,
I got
when are
hair-
you coming back? I need you to play.
The Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Oh, there's no chance. Fuck.
So
I'll stop.
if courses are open, I'll play.
I'll play in the cold. You were right though, Danny said this at the end of summer. Quarter zip golf hits different.
It does.
I'd rather golf in a quarter zip than a polo. 100%. Oh man. Is there anything else you guys can think of? What do you guys want to bring up? What other shit?
I had something. Tattoos, because I got a new one.
Mm-hmm.
You guys plan on getting any?
So the thing with tattoos is I want to get my parents' initials, like
Cute.
on my chest. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to get you and Dad's initials like on my chest, like for a tattoo, just like over my heart, whatever. And she was like, Yeah, no, like I won't pay for you to go to school if you do that bullshit.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
She said,
Wow.
You can wait till you have a real job to do that.
Holy shit.
Jesus
See,
fuck.
I've always liked the idea of a tattoo, but I don't have anything like that appeals to me to put on my body permanently that also means something to me. Like, yeah, the idea of putting something having to do with my mom or something, but like I don't know. I don't know if I just want like initials or something. I don't know, like nothing that I would tattoo permanently on me
Okay.
that means it.
That I never got about tattoos meaning something, because a lot of people would be like, "Oh, it's gonna be on there forever." Yeah, I know. I signed the fucking form. I have a triangle on my arm that means absolutely nothing. It's just there. And then people are like, "That's gonna look so bad when you're older." Yeah, you know what else is gonna look bad when I'm older? Me. I age like milk. I'm gonna look like shit either way. What do I care if there's fucking ink on my arm?
Uh,
You know, if it
oh
looks cool,
man.
you know. What did
Okay.
Ari say? If I like it, I got it. You know, I
Yeah.
want it, I like it, I got it.
I mean, think of it this way then. I don't want to go through the process of having a needle repeatedly jabbed into my skin if it doesn't mean something to me. Fine.
I mean,
think of it that way instead.
this doesn't mean much to me, and I was in the chair for like an hour and a half, and at the end of it, I was just the pain just goes away. You're just like, fuck it, whatever. I did look at the needle a couple times, and I was like, God damn, he had to do 3D work on it, so he had to get a different needle. And like, I'm just saying, any of you getting tattoos, do not look at the needle because your brain will be like, oh, there's a needle in my fucking arm. Oh, Danny's frozen. Oh
no,
no,
he's
no,
not. He's just not moving.
he's got a weird fucking face going right now.
Oh, man.
Am I still frozen?
No.
Now you're
You
doing
were
a
just
little-
you were just
You literally just like
ridiculous. Yeah, he was like
I was reading.
you were
I got text.
impressively still.
yeah,
That
that
was
was what's working your Zoom classes.
Bro, you think my
Yeah.
camera's on for Zoom classes? You're crazy.
My professor makes me turn it on for Zoom classes.
Two
It's
of
the
mine
worst.
do.
The worst.
Thank God I'm not in school anymore. Fuck that. I couldn't imagine having to be on Zoom every day. I'm on my computer every day, and the thought of being on my computer every day for school makes me want to shoot myself.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, I just signed up for an extra year with grad school, which is like, but
God love you.
I mean, it's something like it's sports communication, so I'm not like dreading it too much because it's like actually something that I enjoy doing. If I'm learning about history or math or something bullshit, then I don't really care. One of my classes is called journalism and democracy, so I assume like, oh, I'll learn about journalism. That's actually something I care about, right? I want to write about basketball. All we've discussed is democracy and Trump and all this political stuff, and I'm just sitting there with my camera on, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I know, like, it's just like not what I signed up for. Like, it's not that it's not interesting, but it's not interesting in the sense that I don't like this. Is not what I wanted to learn when I signed up for this class.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. Yeah. Anything else, Danny? You got any other topics you think?
Less of a topic and more of a statement.
Yeah.
Me and my friends bored this past weekend. We watched some K-pop. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
All right, let's end it here. God. Hey, I'm a noted K-pop hater. I think it's awful. You know,
What?
I want to listen to Bing Hang with fucking 808 beats on it. I'm all set. Dan, you want to be a real man? Dan, you want to be a real man? Go listen to Japanese 80s rock.
In the same podcast, you guys, we've talked about spousal abuse, and Liam just went being in reference to Korean music.
That's what. Oh,
Leon, we have a listener in Singapore.
You have a listener
I
in
will. Taiwan. Taiwan is the true China. You know, let's get blacklisted right here.
Okay. All right. Jack, any closing thoughts?
No, Danny, you can say your closing thoughts, and I'll just wrap around to me.
And you first, and then me.
Not many closing thoughts. I've actually taken a 2-week break from sports betting, so I'm going to reset on Sunday. My lock of the week is the Patriots over 44 points.
He doesn't even know. It's his lock.
It's just a lock.
No, it's I will never bet against the Patriots, but I do not feel comfortable betting on the Patriots right now.
I'm not betting on the Patriots. I'm betting on the Patriots and the Bills.
Justify it however you want, Danny. I hope your bookie's very happy. How much you betting?
Over. I'll probably throw 20 on it.
Yeah, I hope that bookie enjoys 20.
Liam, bet the over.
Liam,
my dad called me yesterday out of the blue, and I was like, "What's up, Sean?" And he's like, "Yeah, so I have like an eye disease thing," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go blind in 10 years. My doctor said." That was a weird phone call to get. I was eating a burrito, so I just want to say, take care of your eyes, folks. You know, go to the eye doctor. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up at some point. My dad just called me and goes, "Hey, Liam." I was like, "What's up, dude?" He's what are you doing? I was like, "I'm eating a burrito." He's like, "Oh, cool." Just went to the eye doctor. I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah." So I had this weird condition where like my ocular stuff just kind of was killing itself. I was like, "All right, cool." And he's like, "I went back today, and they said it got worse, so probably going to be blind in 10 years." And I was like, "All right." And he's like, "I want to see my grandkids," and I was like, "All right."
That's pressure.
I was like, me and him literally 2 months ago shook hands. I was like, "I want to have kids for 4 years," and he's like, "Yeah, it's fine with me." So now I like have to hit that window. So
you're given a small window, and you just gotta get the dick wet.
So take care of your kid. I almost said take care of your kids. Take care of your eyes out there, folks.
Go take care of your kids too if you have them too. Probably.
I mean, if they're little shits, I mean, feel free to not feed them. You know.
All right. You can follow Bannertown USA on Twitter. I'm Bannertown Jack. Bannertown Liam. I saw you've been tweeting from there a little bit, Liam. We should make you a Bannertown Danny account if you want. You can just talk all your shit about betting and stuff if you'd like, Danny.
Beautiful. I love it.
We'll get the whole gang on there. And yeah, check out all the articles at BannertownUSA.com. Really appreciate the support. It's great to see you posting on Bannertown YouTube as well, so go subscribe there. And yeah, this has been Within Heckling Distance. Thank you guys for listening, and peace out.